Hey, we're going to be tying a Renegade today. Renegade is an Idaho pattern. Believe that's correct. Kind of an old school throwback. Great searcher pattern. I've used it during caddis hatches. Wonderful look to it. We're going to begin by, we're going to use a standard dry fly hook. This is a size 10. We'll start our thread at the eye of the hook and we'll work our way back to the bend. Trim off excess. This is a step that you may or may not need. Depends. Seen it added to it. A little bit of mylar tag to it. So this is a silver gold mylar. You want to tie it so the silver side is up right in front of the bend of the hook. Secure it. And then when you wrap it over the top, what's going to happen is that gold side will show. We're actually going to wrap it back down the bend just a few wraps. 3 or 4 wraps back, and then wrap it back up to the thread. And it just creates a little bit of a bling hot spot back there. I'm sure hot spot's the right term, but a bling spot. Trim off your mylar, set that side for the next fly, and then secure that down. Brown hackle is going to be first. Dry fly hackle, appropriate size. Bare the stem. Secure that right in front of that tag. 3 or 4 wraps of hackle. One wrap directly in front of the next. And we'll secure that down. And then trim off excess. And you bring your thread up just a little ways up the shank. I've selected 5 or 6 peacock herl. I like to take that off the eyes. I don't buy the herl, strung herl anymore. You just can't get the quality. Trim the ends off just a little bit to get away from those tips. And then secure where you trimmed it off. And then wrap over the top of it all the way back down to that brown hackle. And then you can bring your thread back up to the eye of the hook. Leave room at the eye. We have one more thing to do up there. We'll grab the peacock and we'll begin to just wrap that around. There's quite a few strands of this, so they'll try to get away from me from time to time. Just kind of work with it. Several wraps. Cover that entire body. See how it's kind of separating a little bit? Just gather them up, wrap it down. And this is something that's relatively common with working with peacock, having one of those herls break on you. It's not the end of the world. You just unwrap it. If the body looks pretty good to you, just break it off and you should be in good shape. That looks okay. Trim off excess. And make several wraps back to secure that peacock down well. White hackle will be the last thing. Appropriate size dry fly white hackle. We'll bare that stem again, tie that in. And then we're going to make 3 or 4 wraps right in front of that peacock. And then secure the tag with the thread, trim off excess, couple wraps just to make sure you get a nice clean head, and then a whip finish. Tie these in sizes from 10s down to 20s. And fish them when you can't think of anything else to fish. It works. Renegade.